First game of the season. We're the better team than Kansas City. We should have won that game, but Kevin Stefanski, Nick Chubb, and Jamie Gillen blew it for us. And Baker Mayfield throwing that interception. Then we get the Texans the following week, and if Tyrod Taylor don't go out, we lose that game because we couldn't stop him. We couldn't stop a goddamn journeyman quarterback. Then we play we get the lucky of playing what's his name, Justin Fields, making his first start with the worst game plan ever. So we win. Then we go to Minnesota. Mayfield plays like absolute dog shit under the worst play calling I've ever seen, and we get a win by the defense. And then we go to San Diego, and we're up 27-13, dominating the Chargers. One play call changed the whole outcome of that game, along with Kevin Stefanski's terrible coaching. They went for it on 4th and 2, and they never looked back. They cut the lead to 27-21 on a 2-point conversion. And what was his answer, knowing that, well, we better score? Run, pass, punt. That was his answer. He failed to get any more points when he needed to keep scoring because he knew we couldn't stop him. And then what was his answer when we needed to get a first down late in the game to preserve a 1-point lead? Oh, let's do a 3rd and 9 draw play to Kareem Hunt. What a fucking idiot. And then last week, both tackles out. Injured like a motherfucker, he opens up empty. And guess what? He continues to throw all fucking game. And don't tell me the score was indicative of why we were throwing. We could have got back in the game. In fact, we did get back in the game late in the first half on a fluke Hail Mary. And instead of going for 2 points like he normally does, he doesn't. You know why? Because his head ain't in the game. He's an idiot. All he wants to do is carry that clipboard around, whatever. So we lost that game because his inability to make adjustments, because here's what he did. He opened the game empty, and once Kevin Stefanski gets going bad, and I said it against the Jets last year, I noticed it last year, he can't get out of his own way. It's like he's so hard-headed and stubborn. He's going to do it his way. You're not going to stop me, and I'm going to prove to you that my offense is going to work. No matter what. I don't care if we have to try it 100 times, he's going to do it. And that's what he did against the fucking Cardinals. He would not get out of that fucking stupid offense when he wants to just throw the ball all over the fucking field. He should have opened up trying to establish a run. Both tackles out, you got to protect your quarterback, but he didn't do that. He kept on firing the ball away. And going for it on 4th down, instead of taking points in a game that you knew points might matter, no. Kevin don't do that. You know why? Because Kevin's a hard-headed clown. How much you want to bet tonight? We're going to need 3 points. But you know what he's going to do? He's going to go for it again because he knows all the media. Everyone's talking about how he needs to take the points, but he's so hard-headed. He's going to show you guys. I'm going to go for it. I don't care if we make it or not. I'm going for it because it's in my fucking team. He's a hard-headed, stubborn clown. When he gets going bad, Kevin Stefanski can't get out of his own way. And I said this to multiple people last year. Kevin Stefanski is a cancer right now at play calling. He's killing our team. He's killing our offense. We got to win tonight. But I'm telling you, this guy here has cost us 3 games this year. He's that because with his play calling. We're 3-3 with a 6-0 roster because Kevin Stefanski is a fucking clown. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam allowing this guy to ruin the offense. Opening up empty last week and continuing to throw on the ball like that was just ridiculous. You got to establish a run. Don't tell me we only had Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's a fucking beast. You didn't even give him a fucking chance to establish a run. You're a fucking clown. You do the exact opposite of what you should do. Because you know why? He wants to be the hero. He's thinking in his mind, you know what? If this works out, I'm going to be talked about as a genius coach. If it doesn't, I'm going to continue doing it because I'm not going to stop. I'm going to push my mythology on everybody. This guy, I can't believe people don't see what I'm seeing. If you think about it, I'm right. This guy's a cancer, and we got to get rid of him. Take away play calling. If you don't want to, fire him. Because he took a 6-0 roster and he turned it into a 3-3 roster. Look at his track record in close games of the play calling. It's so conservative. It's not even funny. It's like when a game gets close, we don't have a 20-point lead. He gets so ultra conservative. As soon as look at the KC game last year in the playoffs. We're down with the 8 minutes left. Underneath, run. Underneath, run, underneath, It's just like we don't go downfield no more. His play calling is killing this team. And consequently, his play calling has turned Baker Mayfield into a game manager. That's not Baker's game. You could tell Baker's struggling in this. He was struggling in this offense, partly because of the injury, and mostly because, I got to be honest with you, a guy like Mayfield doesn't want to just hand the ball off fucking 30, 45 times a game, whatever the fuck it is, 30 or 40 times a game. You can't get in the rhythm that way. And Mayfield even said something about it a couple weeks ago. And I'm not backing Mayfield. Mayfield's played like shit this year, but he's played good enough to be 5-1, 6-0. The problem is Kevin Stefanski's play calling is fucking terrible, and he's killing the team with his hard-headed stubbornness. The motherfucker needs to realize that 4th down, take points. If it's not working, forget your fucking stubbornness. Change it up. He can't make adjustments. He just can't do it. His run-heavy offense is killing her. We're getting injured. That's why we got so many injuries. You know what happens when you fucking run the ball? You take collisions with your offensive linemen. Consequently, both our tackles are out. And Trotta's always injured. It's just not feasible to do. It's not feasible to sustain on a fucking full season NFL. He needs to change his game plan up and get with the 2020s. This isn't 1988. You can't run a high school offense in the NFL and be successful. Kevin is an idiot. I hate him. I can't stand him. He is the worst play caller in football, and I'm starting to think he might be the worst coach in football too, because he doesn't even address when, like I said, when Belichick's got a problem on his defense, he goes over and talks to him. He ain't even defensive coordinator. Stefanski was a defensive line coach in Minnesota. He needs to go over there and they need to rectify the problem. They need to straighten something out. How Joe Woods still has a fucking job? You know why Joe Woods still has a job? Because he's friends with Stefanski, and guess what? He moved his family to Cleveland. Well, we can't fire him. Then he's got a house with no job and this and that. He's got to uproot his family. Who gives a flying fuck? His defense. He's trying to force, just like Kevin Stefanski, an offense onto a quarterback that doesn't want to play it, or a team that doesn't want to play it. He's trying to force a fucking relaxed defense, little soft coverage defense on the players that don't want to play it, and it just ain't working out. There's no communication going on. So what do? You got to go back to basics. Make it simple, because we got too much talent on this defense to be giving up 40 points a fucking game. This is a must win tonight. And I believe Case Keenum is better fit in this offense than Mayfield. There's no doubt. I do believe it. And I think Odell Beckham will have a big game tonight. I do. So I look for the Browns to win, but Stefanski's got to let AVP call plays. If Mayfield's out the season, you got to let AVP call plays. I know Case Keenum is perfect in this offense, but Stefanski, when the game gets close, he gets too goddamn conservative, and he cost us both Chiefs games. And you know damn well if he was a coach against Pittsburgh, we lose that game. Trust me. I'm glad people are starting to see it, but it's at the expense of my team. We're 3-3 right now with a 6-0 roster. The most disappointing. This is the most disappointing year ever. The Freddie Kitchens thing. Stefanski's looking like Freddie Kitchens' brother.